Alright, so hi out there in the YouTube land. It is me, the Puzzle Master, and today's video, dun dun dun, is gonna be on Scorpio. And like how to deal with these people, okay? So, when we're talking about Scorpio, the sign, we really want to break down, as I've said for the previous videos, you want to break down what actually like composes this sign. Like what energy signature frequencies are instilled in the people that have planetary placements, be it their sun, their moon, their ascendant, or even like a stellium of 3 or more planets in this sign can give energy frequencies that are like this. And one thing I want to state also at the beginning of this is that no person is just one sign. So even if your moon is Scorpio and your sun is Scorpio, I'd call you like a double Scorpio, because like you are like a double whammy, but you're still going to have other things in your chart that are not Scorpio. So when I'm talking about a sign, a pure sign, it's kind of like talking about like a pure element on the periodic table. Okay? Because, and the reason I say that is because in nature, very seldom do you find the pure element all by itself. It's typically disseminated amongst the minerals in minute forms, comprising a crystal or a mineral, rock, whatever, to make it unique and individual. And your composition is your chart, so it's kind of like your fingerprint. Yeah. Sorry. Looked dirty. I was like, huh. Yeah, so it's like your fingerprint, okay? And well, with Scorpio, first things first, it's a water sign, so it's very emotional. Not like a Cancer, where they can be a little kind of boo-hoo emotional. Scorpios are emotional in like the aspect where like they'll just want to kill you. They'll just want to be like, ugh, you stupid motherfrigger. Like, ugh. Like that frustration energy, that's emotional energy. And Scorpio, being a water sign, very emotional. But its ruling planetary element is Mars, the god of war. Now, and it's not just the god of war, it's the god of like initiation, that creative energy, that drive, that will to do things in your life that take change, that take struggle, that like people like a typical, like a Taurus, for example, are a little more slow to make changes. But Scorpio people, if they're like they got a plan, they got like A, B, C, D all worked out in their mind, they will focus their energy like a laser beam until they have accomplished A. Then they will accomplish B. Then they will accomplish C. And then they'll do D. But they gotta do it in an order. And they're all about, well, being ruled by Mars, they have that initiative energy, as I said. So they're willing to like rise to challenges. And they have that kind of warrior energy instilled in them, where they will take risks. They will step out of comfort zones to attain things that they want. Like they are the type where like if they want something, nothing will stand in their way. And they will almost, in certain situations, like Scorpios can often want what they cannot have. And that is very applicable to all psychological development in people. So like all people are that way to some degree. Because like we all have a 7th house, right? Or an 8th house for Scorpio. Like we all have that, an 8th house, Scorpio. Even if you have nothing in Scorpio sign, maybe you have stuff in your 8th house. It is still going to draw elements of Scorpio in your life. And yeah, they are the detective kind of the zodiac. They have a built-in like lie detector. And the reason for this like lie detector ability is that every zodiac rules a certain part of the body. You know, Aries, the first, rules the head. If you just do a basic Google image search of like astrology body, that should probably find images for you. And it basically goes, Aries is the top, the head, the ram. Makes sense because Aries has the horns coming out of its head. Pisces is the feet, and then we got everything in the middle. And Scorpio is your crotch. So, and I don't mean like, because Virgo's like your stomach, and Libra's like your lower pelvis area. I mean like your genitals. Like, that is what is ruled by Scorpio. Like, not the area above it, not the area below it. Just right there. That's what Scorpio rules over. So, just in that, you can see why a lot of people will have attraction to this sign. Because they have that kind of like, sexuality about them. Even if they come off nerdy or whatever. Like, if they try to mask that about themselves. Even if they don't come off it physically, where they're like, kind of like, you know, being all like they're aware of the dark side of people, and they can also be kind of manipulative of that. It's kind of a built-in character trait, so know that like if they're trying to manipulate you and like change your life and do all these things, much like I've said for other signs, it's only because like their inner nature comes out to you because they're your friend. If they weren't your friend, you wouldn't see their inner nature, you wouldn't even know anything about them. So the mere aspect that they're open to you, they're showing you their nature. And if they're trying to like be manipulative of circumstances and location or whatever, mental constructs that you're just discussing, if they are trying to be manipulative in that regard, it's only because they're your friend. Like, if they weren't manipulating you at all, they probably don't care. Because like they want to also feel like they're the sign that is in charge. Like that comes from, well, Mars being like, God of war, initiation, taking charge, not letting people stand in their way, telling them what they can and cannot do. They want to be in control. And being an emotional sign, combined with that, as well as being ruling over the sexual organs, from a very, very young age, they've been able to see that dark side in people. Like, because that's, you know, as above, so below, which kind of means like, as the stars were when you were born, so below, meaning you'll manifest those energy frequency signatures in your own character trait. And then, as within, which is after you've already manifested, your thoughts and your energy frequencies, or your chart makeup and design, combined with your actual life experiences that you've had, so that as within, shapes your thoughts and your feelings and your perceptions. So, as without. So it's as above, so below, as within, so without. Now, because they've always been very, like, super hypersensitive to this, like, sexual energy around them all the time, they've kind of seen that darker side. And a lot of people that have this either as their sun, their moon, or their ascendant will feel like they didn't really have the best childhood. Like, maybe they felt like they got smacked around and beat up and traumatizing things that are just so sad. But they're not going to be the type that's like boo-hoo about it. If anything, what doesn't kill them makes them stronger. And by being, you know, kicked when they were down and having scarring experiences happen to them in the past, frick if they're going to let that happen again, you know? Like, they guard their heart, and they're strong. But at the same time, because being a water sign, they're emotional. So, maybe they will cry once in a while. But they will do that in private, in their alone time. Because they will not want to show that to other people. And because Scorpio also rules over the genital area, they also are kind of... No one really likes to talk about the 8th house. It also kind of... 8th house rules over, like, secrets and things hidden. So, they're aware of secrets and things that are hidden, because that's, like, their energy. But in that, there's kind of 2 different types of Scorpios. There's the type of Scorpio where... Like, well, all types of Scorpios this will apply to, but in regards... Well, you'll see what I mean. Scorpios ruling over that whole energy of secrets, well, if they're like your friend, they're going to want to know about you. And not just superficial things. They might want to know some of your secrets. Things that are like deep and like in that realm of like darkness. And they want to share those experiences with you. And that's what will bring you close with them. is the sharing of that, because they feel that like the more they know about like the secret side of the world, the more they know the true world. Because having all these fucking secrets is bad for getting a true perception of reality. And yeah, so typically they'll want to know all your secrets, and they might not really want to divulge theirs so much because they're interested in things like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they want to share theirs with you. And typically with Scorpios, you can really trust them. So if you tell them a secret, usually they will guard it very strongly. But there can be blabbermouth Scorpios, which are kind of like the gossips. And for that, I don't know that very, very well off heart, but there are 3 nakshatras that fall within Scorpio. And some of them are better at keeping secrets than others. So if you have a Scorpio, moon or sun or ascendant, try to look in your natal chart and actually figure out what the degrees for it are, because then from that you can extrapolate to what your nakshatra sign is. And it gives much further detailed character analysis about what a person's actually going to be like. So like 2 Scorpios, if they're born like 2-3 days apart, they might be different nakshatra signs, and that will definitely change their moon. So yeah, I hope this video has been informative. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. Scorpio and their stinger. Meaning like they are the sign kind of revenge. Meaning if you wrong them, like they rule over intensity. That's kind of why like so many people like Scorpios. I'm a Taurus, so that my sun is Taurus and my ascendant is Taurus. So opposites typically attract. And so I usually like Scorpios too. And I usually think that they're really awesome people, and they have a really great energy about them. It's strong, and it doesn't let the world or shit stand in their way. It's because they got that Mars energy. And yeah, main point about that is that because they can be very intense and like secretive, they might brood over betrayal, and they might not never tell you about it. But in their head, they might just be like, that one time when you ditched me and I waited there for an hour and you never even texted me or let me know. And in their head, they're just thinking about peeling your skin off your body and like having you paralyzed from needles so that you're still alive and you're still conscious and you can still feel it, but you're paralyzed as they're skinning you. And like, it's not to say that they're actually the type that's going to go through and do it, but they are the type of people that are going to have those more dark, kind of twisted thoughts. And I'm also just here to let you know that that's okay. Because it's in your fingerprint, it's in your makeup, it's in your energy, vibration, frequency, and it's who you are. And you really need to learn to cultivate who you are. That way you can make the best of it. And you can help to transmute what you have and to be the best Scorpio that you can be, instead of the lower Scorpio, which you can also be. There's kind of free will involved in all this, so yeah. Let me know in the comments below if I did a good description. And I've been studying this for a really long time. Love astrology. And my next video is going to be on Sagittarius. So look forward to that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.